like I said, to the Earth, they were saying that there is no other life forms and that's just space dust. But to the rest of the galaxy and to Mars and everywhere else, they were saying, "Come pick us up. We need to be picked up." And saying all this other stuff. Like I said, the White House, JFK, John McCain, Richard Nixon, they were always in communication with Mars and every other space station and space place, basically trying to use my name to get them something built for them or get them some technology or get them something. Basically to other planets. Other planets know about Richard Nixon and everybody else, and they've been telling everybody else that they're basically uh, Lucifer or something like that, trying to use my information to basically get help brought for them, get weapons brought for them, or get body armor brought for them, or get immortality suits or immortality bodies or something brought for them. To the rest of the universe, like they've been using the White House or the broadcasting to contact to other space stations, asking or other planets, basically. The government, what is the government? What is Richard Nixon? What is John McCain? Has basically been crying all like crazy to every other planet that they need assistance, that they have problems with this lead drug dealer, which is basically me. They say basically to the rest of the universe, they've been trying to say that they're JFK and all this other stuff. I mean, they're what the legitimate rulers or something like that, and that I'm the one that's killing all these people and doing all this horrible stuff when it's actually the other way around, a little reversal. Anyway, but of course I'm the real Lucifer Star of the LS spaceship, and Lucifer Star is LS-71. Anyway, it is very much my name. So it's just that when I bought America, I made myself name Brian. It's like, I'll change my name. I change my name all the time. So anyway, and I'm not responsible for the USFA or whatever, or AF or whatever they are, nor Richard Nixon, nor John McCain, nor any of that. I have nothing to do with them, nor any of the betting stuff, nor any of the other stuff. Like, I have nothing to do with I have no knowledge. I had no knowledge of John McCain, really, other than the fact that he might be a genetically created person. So I don't really know anything about them or that. I don't really know what they've been doing or where they've been, really, other than occasional spots where they've basically been a problem and killed more people than usual. Or where they've ordered stuff using my accounts or my name or something to basically go there because they know they're not me and have no relation to me or whatever. And so basically they shot their way in and tried to steal whatever they could possibly get their little grubby hands on. And pretty much they've just basically been hitting museums and stuff like that. So, and pretty much mostly they've been selling drugs and living the life. Anyway, like I said, they removed Hawaii from the map and used it as basically a pirate base for a while. They've done all kinds of horrible things. Basically, what the world doesn't know won't hurt John McCain or Richard Nixon or the USAF people. Which is pretty much the fact that they've been killing everybody and basically never on your side at all. Not even a little bit. In fact, they very much plan to kill you and everyone else. And they basically just love to torture women and basically isolate men and basically make themselves feel like alpha males, Alfa Romeos. Whatever that means. You have to ask them about what all that means. Like I said, a bunch of USAF people, children, would find themselves pretty much being lied to their whole entire existence and lives. Basically, the whole planet Earth was lied to for quite a few years, pretty much. The covering up of me, the covering up of everything, the covering up of all their death that they did, and all the different things. How horrible NASA really was, the boxer NASA, and everybody else involved. And how they killed every jockey or every football player because they wanted to. I don't know. I don't know if it was somebody that just was sick of losing money, or if it was someone else, or it was just them covering their tracks. I don't really know, but they killed everybody that was involved with it. So, and I think they used the USAF people to basically do their dirty work. These young children didn't even know that they were basically just covering up for JFK and NASA and everybody else, which was this boxer and had no relation to the space agency. But I guess they figured they could, it's basically just fraudulent stuff. All of it. Pretty much. Anyway. Playing the world for suckers. Oh well. And basically they were just taking out a bunch of loans that they never intended to pay back and getting a bunch of people to build things and then killing them. And basically, there's a lot of women in the world, and they plan to abuse them all before they're done. Living the fast life, seeing how far they could get before someone finally put a bullet in their head. And then trying to put a bullet in the other person that would stop them heads first. So, maybe that's why they came after me. Anyway, that's all it basically is. And of course, Rodney basically getting really fucking high on coke and trying to have sex with a lot of women. And a lot of people pretending that they're big star movie people or big shot this or big shot that, and basically, very few of them actually ever really were. I believe Putin's father was a big shot and a real mover and shaker in the world, and I think he got killed. I don't know. Like I say, if he's the son of who I think he is, well, he saved my life, and a few other people saved my life, and I owe him a debt of gratitude. If he's who I think he is, there's a few people that had known me from the past, and they saved me. I would have been dead a long time ago if certain people hadn't helped me out. So anyway, but then I guess I don't know. They looked at it a certain way, and like I am the creator, and anyway, they saw enough evidence of me to basically give me the benefit of the doubt, I guess. So. Yeah, like I said, Richard Nixon, John McCain would say that everybody was going to go down and everyone was going to get tortured. It's like, no, not really. Just some really stupid people. Once you understand what's really going on, it's like, oh well. Yeah. Shrug. What are you going to do about it? Nothing. It's just basically, it's unfortunate. I don't know why they decided to go that way. Like I say, a bunch of people like at the ranches or whatever, basically Richard Nixon raping a bunch of women there, or the Kennedy family raping a bunch of women there, and having dogs tear women apart that shunned them or something like that, and a bunch of other stuff, using attack dogs to do horrible things. Anyway, there's a bunch of stuff when you start digging into the Kennedy family and what they've done, and the Jimmy Carter family and the Jimmy Ford family. You start seeing a whole bunch of basically pretty much terrorizing women and pretty much just having dogs rip apart women, and also basically just isolating young children and pretty much lying to them and getting them to do fucked up things for them. That's pretty much all it really was. And a bunch of steroid freaks, a bunch of opium, and a bunch of hallucinogens and LSD. And a bunch of Vietnam vets that made some bathtub or acid LSD, which wasn't really LSD and basically caused brain damage. So a bunch of basically people who should have gone to school more and practiced more at science before they tried to do something like create drugs. And they basically are responsible for like 50,000 or 100,000 people getting brain damage and a lot of other stuff. So anyway, yeah, that was the Vietnam vets, and basically they shot the people who knew how to make the drugs, and then they tried to make the drugs without scientists around. And basically they thought they were going to make money or something, but they actually ended up making people get brain damage. So anyway, and basically maybe even get close to pretty much creating true insanity in people. They did do that. So anyway, yeah. Not to mention using a bunch of asylums, like basically their private little jails where they drugged up people and pretty much tortured them, and a bunch of sex and a bunch of other stuff. A bunch of letting people out of jail that never should have been let out, and a bunch of putting people into jail that never should have been put in jail. And a bunch of calling people spies that weren't actually spies, and a bunch of thinking that the technology you see is all the technology in the universe that there is, when it's not really true. So anyway, that's pretty much sums up the last 40 or 50 or 100 years, pretty much in a nutshell. Very simple, really. So, yeah. Anyway, I don't really care. I'm like, well, this is the way it is. It's the way it was. This is what's going on. And it took me a couple 100 years to figure it out, and a whole lot of effort and a whole lot of money that I never should have had to spend in the first place. But oh well. What am I? I aim to please, as they say. That's what I do. So, anyway, and I'm a hero tenfold, 100 times over. Legendary hero of all kinds of things, from colonization to saving humanity to saving all kinds of races to saving existence to creating existence. So yeah, I'm big. Whatever.